Breaking news, the Illinois Supreme Court just ruled on the case of Jussie Smollett.
The Illinois Supreme Court ruled in favor of Jussie Smollett. Attorneys for Smollett took his case to the Illinois Supreme Court in an effort to get his 2021 conviction overturned. Joining us on the phone is our legal analyst, Paul Lisnick, to break it down for us. Paul, tell us if this is a surprise or what they base this ruling on.
Well, generally, they accepted the ruling of the dissenter of the appellate court, Justice Frederica Lyle. And it's interesting. The court here sort of notes that this is a case that the public is watching. They are very aware of that. But basically, Robin, what the court has said here is, look, he had an agreement. There was an agreement to pay a fine, to do community service. He did that, and that coming in and appointing a special prosecutor after that point violates his agreement. Essentially, it's double jeopardy. You're trying him again for something he already had an agreement to. The court does say that if there had been an agreement and it had happened before the phrase judgment attached, that kind of thing, it might be different. But essentially, or jeopardy, I should say, jeopardy attached, it might be different. But here they're saying, no, jeopardy had already attached. Too late. He did what he was asked to do. He did it. He walks. And this has not been sent back for other, new trial or anything like that. Judgment reversed. Case over.
All right. So again, Paul, it's not about the merits of the case, but how the case was handled. Am I hearing you right?
Yeah, that's a great point. Basically saying because there was an agreement made, this is the way it's done. And it would be injustice to take it underway. That's why I say they sort of note that the public was watching this. People may feel that what Jussie did was improper and all that, but correct. It was the fact that a deal was struck with him. He abided by it. He did what he was asked to do. You can't go after him after that.
And for those who don't recall, talk about the gist of the case and what happened in the first place, Paul.
Well, remember, he set up a racial hatred attack for being gay, for being black, and these guys attacked him. It turns out the whole thing was a setup for whatever reasons he had, perhaps publicity and all that sort of thing is what it was suggested. He denied all of that, and that's where the trial came in. Basically, he was charged with public errors in what he was doing. Can't remember that. I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank on the actual charge. But essentially, that's what he was found guilty of. But again, he came to an agreement, a non-prosting, meaning he'll do what he agreed to do, and he did it.
All right. Paul Lisnick. Thank you, Paul.
Thanks for joining us, Paul.
All right, thanks, guys.
We'll be back right after this.